Hi, Michelle here, Thrifting 101. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Glad you're stopping in. Have a thrift haul for you today, and I hope you enjoy it. I normally don't pick up punch bowls or punch bowl sets because they're big and they're heavy and kind of hard to ship. But if you're interested in punch bowls, vintage punch bowls, they're usually pretty inexpensive to find at the thrift stores. The reason I picked this up at Goodwill. I paid $9.99 for it, and it's kind of twofold. First of all, it's milk glass, and you don't see many milk glass punch bowl sets in the thrift stores. And secondly, it was all wrapped up together, and I'm trying to count how many cups are in there, and I noticed there was a bowl in the bottom, and I was trying to get to it to see what it was, and then I realized, oh my goodness, it's the stand, and that's what the logo on the stand is. There's no logo on the back, and they're kind of hard to find with the stand. That's what it looks like. It did come with 6 cups. It's Anchor Hocking, and was originally produced under the Anchor Glass name. I'd say probably the mid-1960s. The original set was a 27-piece set, came with 12 cups. I only have 6 here. A ladle, the 2-piece bowl and base that you see here, and 12 cup hangers. It's a 12-inch bowl. It's fairly heavy. I am going to sell it. I think I'm going to ask about $28 for it. This is a Stangl dinner plate, a 10-inch dinner plate in the fruit pattern. Dates between 1942 and 1978. It's all hand painted with a nice kind of raised relief design here. A while back I had found a bunch of these smaller plates which sold pretty quickly, so I'm hoping this plate will too. I paid 99 cents for it at the Goodwill. I'm going to ask $8 for it. They also made a 10 3/4 inch dinner plate. This was a great find at the Salvation Army for 50 cents. It's Shenango out of Newcastle, Pennsylvania. It's a, I don't know what you call it, maybe a peachy, beigey kind of color. Not quite as pink as I would have liked, but it's in perfect condition. And the back stamp dates it between 1920 and 1940, so it's fairly old. It's 4.5-inch ashtray, restaurant wear, and I'm gonna ask about 20 bucks for it. Blue was the color of Goodwill this week, so I got this for half price. It was marked $2.99. I paid about $1.50 for it. I don't have much information on it. It is not signed. And I can tell you that it is a colonial panel, that's what these are called, picture. And it probably dates, I would say, between the early part of maybe 1910 actually to 1930s. It's fairly old. I tried to go by the handle here. I couldn't find the exact handle. My initial thought was it was maybe Hazel Atlas, and again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm only going to ask about $10 for it. It's perfect condition. Picked up these 2 5.5-inch highball glasses. They're mid-century Culver at the Enjoy store, and I love picking up Culver. I don't see it all that often, but I see it often enough. You can see right here, all the pieces are marked Culver, and if you see them signed in the script letters, you know they were produced between the 1930s and the 1970s. These are in generally good condition, not pristine condition, but good enough to pick up. They are in the Toledo pattern dating to the mid-60s, and they have a 22 karat gold overlay, as most of the Culver pieces did back in the 50s and 60s, and they put that gold on using a superheated rolled-on process. That's how they applied the gold to the glassware, and they never gave it up. It's still a secret as to how they do it to this very day. Anyway, in pristine condition, I would probably ask maybe close to $15 or $20 a glass. In this condition for the set, I'm going to ask $15. Pick these up at the Salvation Army. Everything Christmas at the Salvation Army is 50% off and has been for a while. So I always make sure I stop by and see what's new there. And I saw these two Santa tapers, which are obviously have been very well loved, need a lot of cleaning. And I paid $2 for the set. They are both have their Brin foil labels on there. Brin was out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, excuse me. They were imported out of Japan, and I believe by the Brin label, the foil label, that these are probably 1970s. They sell between $8 and $15 depending on the condition. Pick these up at the Salvation Army. The color was yellow, 75% off. They were marked $2.99 for the set of 6. The box isn't in great shape. They're 6-inch Canopy or Appetizer plates. And this is another case of you have most of the information here. I came home and after hours of research, I still can't tell you what the pattern name is. When I looked at it originally, I thought maybe they were Hanukkah plates because this to me looks like a menorah, and I counted the candles. There should be 8 and 1 in the middle, the shamas, and they're 4 on each side, and the head candle, the shamas, in the middle. And blue and white are Jewish and Hanukkah colors, but I can't find any evidence that they are holiday or Hanukkah plates, but they're in really great shape. They're made by Magenta, and they sell for about $20 for the set of 6. I found this great honey pot. It's hand painted at the local Goodwill. I paid $3 for it. The company's a new company to me. It is Cedar Swamp Stoneware out of Cape Cod. I think it's out of West Barnsdale, Cape Cod, actually. I think it was designed by Jack Boyko, who was the president and primary designer from 1975 and 1985. And I date this probably to the 1970s. It's in perfectly unused condition, and even the the wooden honey dipper seems to be in unused condition. They sell pretty well, and I think I'm going to ask $35 for this great piece right here. Yellow was 75% off at Salvation Army the day I picked these up. They are Homer Laughlin restaurant ware bowls. They're 9-inch soup bowls, rim soup bowls, in the Gothic pattern. They're marked 99 cents each. I have 3 of them here in great shape. I have 75% off that. And you can see right here how the pattern got its name, Gothic, because it resembles the vaulted ceiling of Gothic architecture. They started producing the Gothic line in 1992. It's still active today. And I'm going to ask $15 for the 3 bowls. Saw this on the shelf at the Enjoy thrift store. It was marked $3. I thought it was a pretty cool piece. I took it out of the box and it looks like it's in pretty good condition. There's 2 different size potatoes you can make. This one is missing one of the cross blades here, but I don't think that's quite a big deal. It was made in Hong Kong, 1981, for the Highmark company. And you can see right here, I guess you put the potato here. There's 2 different presses for the 2 different sizes. And just put that potato in, and I would imagine they come right out. Seems to be working fine. I see a lot of these online in the stainless steel ones made by Echo or Presto. I don't see too many made by Highmark, and this right here says Gourmet Highmark Kitchen. I think I've seen one other for sale. It was marked, I believe, a little bit over $20. I think I'm going to ask about $18 for this one. picked these up at the Salvation Army. They were marked 59 cents and purple, so that's what I paid. I found the adorable little plate right here, and I found the bowl together. They're not marked on the bottom at all. And then I thought, you know what, this came with a mug. Maybe the mug is over by the mugs, and luckily the mug was there. And this is how you display it right here. Just like that, so it makes a cute little girl. You can see her feet and her apron, and the top is her bowl. They came in lots of different designs, girls, boys, and also I think they had some clown designs. They date to the 1970s. They're stoneware. They're made by Interpure Company, and you might see these also under Leonard Homegrown. That was Leonard's pattern. It was called Homegrown. They produced them in 1979, but the Homegrown pattern by Leonard were were porcelain. These are stoneware. I paid about $1.78 for the 3 pieces right here, and I'm going to ask about $12. I found this for 50 cents at the Salvation Army and just fell in love with it. They had another one in a different color too, but it had a huge crack in it. So unfortunately, I just ended up with this beautiful little plate. On the back, it simply says Theodore Baxter Jewelers, New Bern, North Carolina. But I did some research on it. It's actually made by Salem China Company in the late 40s into the, I think 1951, they stopped this pattern. It is called Mary Had a Little Lamb, based on the nursery rhyme. You see that right there. And I did a little more research on Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I can tell you that it was a true story, and it was based on the story of Mary Sawyer, who was born in 1808 in Massachusetts, and it did follow her to school one day, actually, in 1816 at her brother's suggestion. And when the lamb started bleeding in class, the teacher made her take it home at lunchtime. The nursery rhyme itself was published in 1830 by Sarah Hale, and they sell pretty well. I'm going to ask $10 for this plate. I picked this up at the Goodwill. I paid $3.99 for it, which is kind of a lot, but it seems to be in super good condition, and I just fell in love with her face. This is a Napco nursery planter. It's ceramic. They were very, very popular in the 50s and 60s. They were made out of Japan. I believe this one dates to the 1950s just by the look on her face. And I know a lot of people collect them, and show you the other side here too. This is a really cute design. Super good condition. Get you back to her little face here. I think there's just one tiny little, nope, she's in perfect condition. I paid $3.99 for it. I'm gonna ask $20 for it. A lot of people collect them. I haven't seen this exact model out there in my researching. It's made by NAPCO, which simply stands for National Pottery Corporation. They were out of Cleveland, Ohio, and they started production in 1938. Picked this up at the Goodwill for $2.99. I had never heard of Ashley Ceramics out of England. I love this piece. It's really sturdy and the colors are terrific. Plus it has a potato pizza recipe on it, which I have never heard of. I am gonna sell it, but I will write down the recipe before I do. It's an 8.5-inch tart or quiche pan right here, and they sell pretty well. I think I'll sell this one somewhere in the $30 range. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed the latest haul. And we've been really busy putting up shelves and unboxing all that stuff that have been sitting out in the lanai for over a year. And I'm finding some really cool stuff that I haven't sold before that has been thrifted. So I'm kind of thinking about doing a video just on some of the better stuff that I have out there that I haven't sold yet. Let me know what you think about that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Most importantly, leave me a comment, and we'll see you again real soon. Thank you. A little blade right here, but overall it's in great shape. I paid, I said $3 for it. I am glad